Kemono Friends Kingdom is a game that came out of nowhere. It just suddenly appeared, but I've been playing it regularly just because the gameplay is so similar to a once-hit game called Angry Birds, and I don't think there is another game on the market that has a gameplay like this. So, what is Kemono Friends Kingdom? To put it simply, it's an Angry Birds clone, but with more extensive, fleshed out features that Anne will go over them in this review. But first, as always, we'll talk about the story. If you've seen the anime, then the story is pretty much the same. But for you that haven't seen the anime, well, the story is that humans are extinct, animals are now human-like called friends, and there are bad guys called ceruleans. The main character is a human who lost their memory and tries to regain their memory by exploring the world, and in their journey they meet with lots of friends. Just so you know, I will be referring to characters in this review as friends, and sometimes I might refer them as characters. So welcome to the main screen. This is just as other mobile games. This is the lobby and we can go to combat, see events, interact with friends, etc. I'll keep this short, so let's jump straight to combat. Before heading to combat, you can choose which characters you want to bring. Now in the earlier stages of the game, it's not necessary to choose which friends to bring, but as you progress you might want to consider things like brilliance, which is basically the element, and also the combos. Let's actually talk about the combos a bit more in depth. So if you bring certain friends, they can activate combos which give your other character some sort of buff, mostly attacks. Anyways, for this stage I'll just stick with my usual team. So here's the combat. As you can see, it is really similar to Angry Birds. You have your catapult here with friends apparently riding a paper airplane. When you pull the characters, there will be a line which will show you where the friend will land. This is useful if the stage has some sort of obstacle and you want to avoid it. Another thing you might notice is this rock that appears above the friend's head. This is their skill and you can activate it anytime you want, either before launching them or in the next turn after they are deployed.
And activate your skill. Basically, Jaguar skill will make the enemy defense and attack go down. So I like to use Jaguar as an opening, so the other friends that enters the battle can actually deal more damage since the enemy's defense is being lured by Jaguar. So I'm just gonna throw Jaguar over here and we'll see how she does. So this is the amount of like debuffs and buffs that the enemy has. We can see like for each character there are also like buffs and debuffs. So since we didn't take a lot of damage, I'm gonna be using the chivalry combo, which you can see over here. So we have to launch the black rhino and then white rhino. We can do it in any order. We can launch the white rhino first and then black rhino. It doesn't matter, as long as you have these two out in the field, then the combo will automatically activate. When the other combo is actually this axolotl or the Mexican salamander and combine it with the saltwater crocodile. I usually have these two. They carried me through the early stages of the game, but for right now just wanna use these two rhinos. So I'm not gonna use her ultimate, just so the enemy doesn't die quickly, and I can show you what happens when a combo is activated. So we're gonna launch her, and then every time you launch and on every turn they do a basic attack. Like healers like this, they don't attack, but instead they heal your team for a decent amount of health. So if you're struggling with like high damage enemies, then you might want to bring a couple of healers to the battlefield. So let's continue with the white rhino. I'm gonna launch her, and as soon as I launch her, we should see the combo activate. Yeah, as you can see, combo activate, and then it shows like it affects all of the friends that we haven't launched. So as you can see right here, so as I said before, when you don't use the skill, you can actually use it when they're on the battlefield. This so if I press, like I wanna make white rhino use her skill, so I press this. Basically what that means on this turn, as soon as I launch this axolotl, then when after she does her attack, this is like the order of things. So when it's white rhino's turn, then she will use her ultimate. So I'm actually launching the Rockover Penguin just for fun, um, and I'll make you see what White Rhino's ultimate is all about. You can actually chain like skills or ultimates better. So if let's say I want to use White Rhino and then I want to use Black Rhino's skill, so it depends on the order of action here. So although I decided to like White Rhino first and then Black Rhino, it doesn't matter, because what's gonna happen is actually White Rhino is going first, so she's gonna use her skill, and then after that it's gonna be White Rhino. So I'm not gonna use the skill on Rockhopper because she is a DPS type, of friend. So I'm afraid if I use her skill, then she's just gonna one shot this enemy. So I'm just gonna do a basic attack.
So that's the combat for Kemono Friends Kingdom. Now let's talk about progression. What if at some point in the game you can't beat the stage? What do? Well, you grind resources to upgrade your friends. Notice how characters don't get XP when clearing a stage, so you need to level them up manually here. We'll talk more about this screen, but for now let's focus on upgrading our friends. Just like other games, you can upgrade the level and also upgrade their skill, effect, and equip them so they get additional stats. In this game it's called Album, which are a 3-piece set, and equipping them gives your friends a set bonus in addition to the stat bonus that each of these slots provide. Let's go back to the lobby and check out the daily grind. The dailies for this game doesn't take much time, as you can blitz or auto clear most stages. However, you do need a 3-star first to be able to blitz a stage. So for the daily grind, there are daily and weekly missions, gathering resources to upgrade your friends, and other resources to trade for goodies, which we'll check at the shop right now. Let's actually head back to the characters because there is something fun I want to show you. As I said before, besides these buttons for upgrading friends, you can also check various trivia or facts related to the animals, since this is in fact based on real animals. Besides this character page, there is also another way to interact with your friends, and it's through this button. The bar can be thought as your base. You can interact with a lot of friends here, view side stories, and generate these resources, which can be exchanged for currency. And of course, to get more characters, there is a gacha system. Like all gacha, there are raid upgrades as well, and this time we have the penguins as well as these foxes. I'm currently aiming to get all the penguins. I only need the emperor penguin to complete the collection. There is actually a quick way to know if you get a 6-star or not. Look over here, and for a split second after pressing the gacha button, you can see the number change. If it increases, then you didn't get a 6-star, and if it resets to 0, then you get a 6-star. Simple as that. Although the music isn't as eye-catching as something like Star Rail's music, you can feel like you're on an untamed land filled with wilderness. And sometimes the music changes to a sort of a lonely, eerie vibe. This is something I want to point out, but other than that, the music is just so-so. Although Kemono Friends Kingdom is another mobile gacha game, it made itself clear that it stands out from the rest. It has a unique take on the combat mechanic, and the fact that it gives you extra knowledge about the animals in general is just mind-blowing for a game like this. It even tells you the conservation status of the animals, so you can see whether an animal is abundant or extinct or somewhere in between. However, it does suffer from clear UI, and sometimes even with 60 FPS enabled, there seems to be a lot of stuttering when switching between menus. Overall, I give this game a solid 7.5 out of 10. It is a gacha game with an Angry Birds style combat, and it does give you actual facts about animals. I suggest you try it if you like animals or just want to try another gacha game. I can see myself playing this game regularly now and in the future, but maybe not every day. If you enjoyed this video, please like, subscribe or just leave a comment. It really helps the YouTube algorithm and motivate me to create more videos like this. And I'll see you guys in the next video.